Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I welcome you to English grade 8 video lessons. I'm your instructor Zahmid. I hope that you're doing well. My dear learners, we are dealing with our unit number 2 now with the title of Greenhouse Effect and Our World. This is the theme of environmental education. Our sub-theme is effects of man's action on environment, biomes, global warming and greenhouse effect. So this is the theme and the sub-themes that we are covering in this lecture. I hope that you have read the lesson thoroughly. Now let's have a quick overview of the lesson that we have learned. So in this unit delves into the theme of environmental education with a focus on the impact of human activities on various biomes, emphasizing global warming and the greenhouse effect. The unit aims to foster an understanding of the delicate balance within ecosystems and the significant consequences of human actions on the environment. So this is a very short and quick overview. I hope that you have revised the things that you have learned in the lesson using this overview. Now let's talk about our lectures. We will be covering lecture number 1 with the SLO of use intensive pronouns, for example, myself, ourselves. Intensive pronouns are also called reflexive pronouns. You are already familiar with them. So this lecture will be like a revision for you. So coming up next with lecture number 2, we have the SLO of recognize and correct inappropriate shifts in pronoun number and person. My dear learners, again we will be covering this SLO from our grammar competency. It's about pronouns and the inappropriate shifts in pronoun number and person. So this will be very interesting. You will learn new things in this one. Now let's talk about lecture number 3, which will be on the SLO of identify and differentiate between a variety of phrases and clauses. So our keywords here are phrases and clauses. Again, we are already familiar with these terms, but we will try to understand them thoroughly and differentiate between these two things. Now, our lecture number 4 is divided in parts. Here with lecture number 4A, we will be covering the SLO or student learning outcome. It says identify pronunciation with the pronunciation key, focusing on the vowel sounds, diphthongs and triphthongs. My dear learners, this is about the pronunciation using the pronunciation key that is provided with the entry word. If you're looking for anything in the dictionary or thesaurus, you can find different pronunciation keys of any word, and we will be focusing on the sounds here, whether how do we say the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds, and also focusing on the vowel sounds with especially diphthongs and triphthongs. We will learn about these things. Now moving on with our lecture number 4B, the SLO that we will be covering in this one is explain the meaning of words from how they are used in different contexts. For example, explanations, technical language, expositions, persuasive language in both familiar and unfamiliar settings. So this is about understanding meanings, how they are used in different contexts. We will be looking at this thoroughly. We will be seeing the explanations, the technical language that we use, that we read in writing, expositions, persuasive language. We will be seeing it in both familiar and unfamiliar settings. So we will cover all these things in our lecture number 4B. Now, with our lecture number 5, we will be seeing the SLO or student learning outcome, analyze that text comprises a group of paragraphs that develop on the main idea addressed by the writer throughout the text. The second part is determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in a text, including figurative and connotative meanings. Analyze the impact of rhymes and other repetitions of sounds. For example, alliteration on a specific verse or stanza of a poem or section of a story or drama. So, my dear learners, we will cover a lot of things in these two SLOs that are catering the same thing. We will be seeing that a paragraph comprises of that text comprises of different paragraphs, and we will be looking at the main idea by addressing the writers throughout the text. Now, we will also be seeing that how meaning of words and phrases as they are used in a text, including figurative and connotative meanings. So these are the two different kind of meanings we will be seeing, and also we will be seeing that how in poetry or in in poems we will be seeing rhymes and other repetitions of sounds like a literary device, alliteration, and also we will be learning how to read the verse or stanza of a poem or any section of a story or a poem. So we will be covering all these things in our lecture. Now, with our lecture number 6, which is divided in different parts, we will be seeing lecture 6A first with the SLO, perform a drama or a play script showing different roles and scenarios through deliberate choice of dialogues or speech, gestures and movements. So this is on the competency of oral communication. You will be given an opportunity to actually perform and try to act in the given scenarios. You will be showing different roles and scenarios through deliberate choice of dialogues, or if you want to make a speech, gestures and movements. So we will be covering all these things, and it will consequently make you a better oral communicator and also a better performer. Now, with our lecture number 6B, we are covering the SLO of writing competency. We will be seeing the SLO of write multiple paragraph essays, stories, multi-stanza poems or play scripts using correct punctuation and spelling, grammar, grade level vocabulary and transitional devices following the rules of subject-verb agreement, sentence structure and types by using the writing process approach, pre-writing, editing and final draft stages. So, my dear learners, this SLO is about the process approach of writing that we use to write a better assignment or a better task. So, in this one, we will be seeing multi-stanza poems, play scripts using correct punctuations and spelling, grammar. We will keep all these things in mind, and we will be seeing the the whole process of the writing, the process approach of writing. It includes the pre-writing, the drafting stage, and then the editing and proofreading, and then we make the final draft. So we will be looking at all these things in our lecture number 6B. Now this is all about that. Thank you so much. I hope that we will have a great time in our series of lectures. This is your instructor Zia Hamid signing off. Allah Hafiz.